Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're gonna cover a new series of builds for all the Vault Hunters, and this time it's gonna be called Medley Moze. So let's jump into it, guys. So in this one we're gonna try to cover as many builds as we can, put inside only one Vault Hunter. So as always I will drop a save file in my Discord, so feel free to come join us over there. We have a growing community, and let's keep moving. So as you have probably seen in the footage, we have done already over 5 builds, and we can do way more than this. We can do all the main ones that you've seen with this nasty combination, which is the Super Soldier at level 1 and the Bloodletter. We can also use Plus Ultra and do crazy shit with that. We can use the Revolter, not that great on Moze because we can't really spam our action skill, but yeah. Because we have a Bear Trooper, a Rocketeer, and also an Eternal Flame. So the Flame I don't really have a use for it, but the Bear Trooper and the Rocketeer on nades I've put only cloning mining trackers with all the ACs on it. For the artifact we have a Snowdrift Victory Rush and also an Elemental Projector Victory Rush, because they're very strong. Even if there's a bug on the Victory Rush thing, it's not that bad. I mean, we can still one-tap everything in the game, so yeah. We also have a cut percent pad, pretty useless on Moze because we have infinite ammo. We also have a toboggan for damage and sliding and running around and whatnot, very great. And we also have a Pearl of Ineffable Knowledge, which is one of the strongest choices out there for damage. So let's go over the shield real quick. We have a bunch of All God, very great with all the AC, that way you have choices. We have a Plus Ultra, very strong. If you are doing Urad setup and whatnot, with that you're gonna be very beefy. Your bear will get the beefy thing too. On next we have the Revolter. I think it's a bit useless on Moze, but it's a strong one, so you have it in case. We have a one-shooter if we want to one-tap bosses. We also have an Infernal Wish, which I don't really use, but it's a very strong one too. And that's it for the gear, so let's go over the weapons, guys. So in my last similar series, I tried to put around 3-4 weapons for each setup with the perfect anoints on it. But this time I tried something else. I tried to put only consecutive hits, because I don't think we need other anoints on it. We are performing very well. I know there's still some other builds out there. I try to fit as much as I can on one skill tree. Of course, for all the builds such as Auto Bear, Daka Bear and whatnot, we are gonna need to respect our skill tree. So let's move on. So first of all we have the Flipper on fire and corrosive, because I love to do that combination. You are rocking an AAC fire, for example, on the Super Soldier, and you put an AAC corrosive on your nade, and you're good to shred the whole takedown. So you put the corrosive element on first, and you're gonna fire the fire elements thanks to all the good skills on Moze. On next we have the Hellwalker. It's a must-have, it's a beast on every character, no matter your build. It's locked on fire, but it doesn't really matter. So we have the Plague Bearer, which is an amazing rocket launcher on the game actually. It's pretty strong for mobbing and bossing. I did put only the Radiation one. On next we have the Free Radical, freaking amazing gun. On the card it has a bigger damage than pretty much all the weapons in the game, so yeah. On next we have the Sandok. So for most of the weapons I've put fire and corrosive in order to let us kill all the bosses. So on next we have the Light Show, same fire and corrosive. Freaking amazing weapons, shreds everything, and yeah, freaking strong. So next we also have the Monarch, which is one of the strongest weapons in the game right now. We also have it on fire and corrosive. For one-tapping bosses we have the Iron Cannon. As you have seen in the footage, it's pretty strong. We can do both fire and corrosive, and you will be able to one-tap pretty much all the enemies in the game actually. On next we have the Reflux, because it's one of the strongest shotgun in the game, and I really love this one, it's freaking amazing. So on next we have the Layuda in fire and corrosive, pretty strong, it got buffed recently, pretty cool. So next we have the binary crit, which is one of the strongest SMG in the game actually. I don't really like to use it because of his gimmick, but yeah, very strong one. We also have the Lucky 7. Since we are able to do Jakobs stuff and whatnot, I've put a bunch of Rowan Skull in all the elements that it could come out, with the L Walker plus the Lucky 7, so we have a pretty cool setup for Jakobs. So the Lucky 7, as you have seen in the footage, is pretty much for doing the nasty setup with the Super Soldier and the Bloodletter. With that you're gonna shred everything. You're gonna try to get the perks of the 7 plus the head, but if you get the 7 you're good to go on Moze, and you're gonna destroy everything. And next we have the beacon. So the particularity of this one is the reload gimmick, which is gonna Nova enemies around you, plus it could come out in all the elements in comparison of the free radical, but it's less damage, so it's up to you. I put the torrent. So the torrent, it's fairly new, it's from DLC 6. It's a bit like the TZ, it's for bossing, it's gonna shred your ammo in no time. And next we have the backburner, strong for bossing, strong for mobbing, and obviously very good choice for second win. So next we have the TZ, which is one of the strongest pistols in the game. It's a boss killer, it's gonna shred your ammo too, but yeah, very strong choice. And next we have the plasmaker, by far one of the strongest SMG and weapon in the game, locked into shock and radiation, but very strong, very cool for splash damage. And as you have seen, I didn't showcase a build on splash damage and whatnot, but with the free radical, the rocket launchers and the plasma core, you can also do a splash damage build. Rowan Skull on fire, shock and radiation can come out in cryo and corrosive, that's sad. And next we have the boogeyman in corrosive and fire. It's freaking amazing, I love to use it, it's so great, it's literally an SMG in sniper. And that's it for the weapons guys, so let's go over the skill tree. So for the skill tree, we are using Cub obviously for most of the setup, with 3 points into Big Surplus because it's a must have, it's freaking strong. And next for the green tree, we are down to Madcap with Forge, and the rest of the skill tree is very important to us because of redistribution mainly, and all the incendiary skills and whatnot. So yeah, very strong. I also Iron Bunk for the Vladof setup, it's amazing. So let's move on. So for the red tree, we did put what we could in it, which was only 8 points, 5 into this one in order to move down the tree, even if it's a good one, and 3 into Drowning in Brass because it's freaking strong for us. And also, if you are using the one tap setup, do remember to put your cub into Bear Fist, otherwise it will consume the boost of Short Fuse and you will not one tap that boss. So on next we have the blue tree, which is the last one. We are obviously down to Short Fuse, otherwise no damage. We are also using Fire in the Skag Den, Means of Destruction, Dog Cross Promotion and Stainless Steel Beer. Same for Short Fuse, otherwise no damage. We are using Auto Beer and Pull the Holy Pen. And finally 3 points into Vampire. So when we are using our Blastmaster, we have +4 into Vampire. So we are very invincible with our grenades and whatnot. And we are using Vanquisher Rocket Pod the most of the time for making our cub down himself, and that way we are gonna have the cooldown of the big surplus and whatnot. And so yeah, plus all the AC on the nades and shield, so yeah, it's freaking amazing. So that's it for the skill tree guys, and I hope you'll enjoy this one, and I really wanna hear from you which one you're planning on using, or which one you think that I forgot to put in this save. So yeah, that's it for today guys, I really hope to catch you in the next one, so take care.